federal agents searched the official residence of Mayor Eric Adams on Thursday morning, hours before prosecutors were expected to announce the details of a federal indictment against him. Investigators have focused since 2021 on whether Mr. Adams and his campaign conspired with the Turkish government to receive illegal foreign donations, and on whether Mr. Adams pressured fire department officials to sign off on the opening of a high-rise consulate building for the Turkish government despite safety concerns. About 6 a.m. Thursday, nearly a dozen men and women dressed in business attire arrived in S.U.V.s outside the entrance of Gracie Mansion, the mayor's official residence, on the Upper East Side. At least one vehicle had a federal law enforcement parking placard on its dashboard. They walked through the building's east gate carrying briefcases, backpacks and bags. The indictment remained sealed on Thursday morning, and it was unclear what specific charge or charges Mr. Adams, a Democrat, would face. It was also unclear when he would surrender to the authorities. On Wednesday night, a number of elected officials called for him to resign, including several Democrats running against Mr. Adams in next year's Democratic primary. Gov. Kathy Hochul has the power to remove him from office. She has yet to comment on the indictment. But Mr. Adams proclaimed his innocence. "I always knew that if I stood my ground for New Yorkers, that I would be a target A, and a target I became," Mr. Adams, 64, said in a taped video. Mr. Adams, a retired police captain, was elected New York's 110th mayor in 2021 after a campaign built on a pledge to reduce crime and bring professionalism to City Hall. His inner circle has been engulfed by federal investigations that have targeted the highest officials in city government, some of whom have recently resigned. Here's what else to know. What could happen if Mr. Adams resigns? The acting mayor would be Jumaane Williams, New York City's public advocate. He would schedule a nonpartisan special election for a new mayor, which could take place within 90 days. Read more about potential next steps. Timeline: the investigation involving Mr. Adams burst into public view nearly a year ago when the FBI raided the home of his chief fundraiser. Investigators seized his electronic devices a few days later. Read more about key events leading up to the indictment. Array of inquiries. 4 federal investigations have ensnared the Adams administration and high-ranking officials, including the police commissioner and the school's chancellor. Read more about the investigations.